by Government of Uganda through the Uganda Airlines and Ministry of Transport to revive the Uganda Airlines. The last batch, just like the first batch of the 2 planes received in April, has had also 2 more planes. And just in my background here, you can see one of the dignitaries that were invited here, and other people are commissioning one of the 2 planes that have been received just this very afternoon, a few minutes ago, here at Entebbe International Airport. They're going to be part of the whole system of the Uganda Airlines that started business just a few months ago, as we were still here to give you the very same event of the official start of the businesses of the Uganda Airlines. We are having many dignitaries here, and we shall be talking to a number of them that will give you the real picture of what will be happening with the 4 planes that are already here in Uganda, and whatever plans they have as the whole system in general. So today, 2 more CRJ 900 aircraft have been received. One is the other side, and the other one is the one you can see just behind me here, with people dancing as they welcome them and they receive them officially to start business. So we're going to be talking to more people to give you this event, the colorful event that is here. As you can hear the sounds of the drums behind me, jubilations and all the ululations, as you can see, dancing groups and other dignitaries that are inspecting now the plane. We're going to give you the whole event. Let us first give you a glimpse of what is happening as they commission this plane just right here. yeno bagamba kiwali kudoka mbuzi awa movements are limited. Yeah, I don't even but our movements are limited. If we move, we big enough back. Okay, just wanted that to be known. Yes, a very good afternoon once again to you tuned into UBC TV. We are still coming to you live, like I said at the beginning, from Entebbe International Airport, where we are giving you a live broadcast of the event of the reception of another batch of the 2 Bombardier CRJ 900 aircrafts that we are receiving to add on the 2 to make 4 in the process of reviving the Uganda Airlines. I'm with Captain Kabarinde. He's the man that has brought this, one of the 2?
Yeah, one of the 2.
Okay, yeah. I'm with the pilot that has come with one of the 2 crafts up to here. Captain, we'll be back in the first place.
Thank you very much. Yeah.
He is also the chairman of the Uganda Pilots Association.
Yes, please, I'm the chairman.
Okay.
Not the chairman, but the president of the Pilots Association.
President.
Yeah.
Your Excellency.
No.
Okay.
Yeah.
Mr. Captain Kabarinde, what do you make of government's idea to come up with the idea to revive the Uganda Airlines? Let us start from there.
Yeah. First of all, I would like to thank His Excellency, because if it was not His Excellency, we wouldn't be here. He brought the idea, and the Pilots Association selected the task force.
Extend a bit here,
yeah,
so that we don't interrupt and interfere with
selected the task force, and the task force really carried out all the whole job to revive the airline.
As an experienced pilot, do you think this is the best thing for government to revive Uganda Airlines?
It is the best.
Why?
Because people are traveling by air, and in Uganda, most we are just using all the airlines from outside. But having our own airline and having our own aeroplanes, which are really fully paid, no debt, so we'll be yeah, there would be no cost or anything. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Captain is expected to be part of the commissioning of the plane that he flew from Canada to Entebbe. So we had to cut the interview short, but he's a senior pilot, a Ugandan for that, and one of those people we are proud of in this country, because he has the expertise and he can tell the story in whichever angle, in as far as planes and the aviation business is concerned. Yes, we are still talking to many of these people, experts, officials, administrators, to get to know exactly what is going to be done. We already have 4. What's the performance of the other 2 so far? Because we were here the day they started business. Yes, one has just left for Bujumbura, so we have to get the assessment from them and know, are we really investing the right way, and what exactly should we expect? So we are still coming to you live from Entebbe International Airport. Just be part of the event as we continue to give it to you. Yep.
Barinde kamore. Barinde Entebbe. Yagenda kugenza eri oba kukomawo kiri egenza eri yatambula
Up next on UBC, brought to you by
Make calls from Airtel to all networks at 3 shillings per second.
Airtel, the smartphone network.
The Megatalk Voice Bundles. With Airtel Megatalk Bundles, you get more minutes to talk more. Yes, more minutes, more talking on Pakalast daily, weekly and monthly bundles. Get 30 minutes for only 1,000 shillings, valid for 24 hours. And for only 6,000 shillings, you get 225 minutes, valid for a whole week. Or a mega 2,000 minutes for only 30,000 shillings, valid for a whole month. Yes, more value, more minutes, more talk with Megatalk Bundles. Dial *149 hash, select your preferred Megatalk Bundles on Airtel, the smartphone network.
Yeah, in the first place, I just want to say I'm proudly Ugandan. I love my country. So when it calls for independence, we are celebrating being independent in most of the things that we really have, whereby each and everything is now Ugandan. Gone are the days whereby other countries were the ones to determine what we are supposed to have and what we are supposed not to have. But now for 57 years, we own most of the things. We can ably take decisions to make sure that everything moves on smoothly, and we see how Uganda moves. Yeah. I want to really commend them for the good road infrastructure. Yeah, now you can move from one place to another when the roads are really good. Most of the public routes are really good, and I must appreciate that. And secondly, basically, I would like to say that they have given people enough freedom to share and express their views, which is really good, and most people can ably access information as fast as they can. This has been really great. And also the education setting, we have seen so many universities coming on board, cropping up. This has enabled even those that feel that they cannot ably access it to have it. So most people are now educated, I must say that. Honestly, I can give them 70% because we don't need to compare ourselves with the other countries, because we don't know how much they have done and how far it has taken them to be where they are. But basing on how we used to be and how we are now, I think 70 is okay. One of the core areas is education. And not only looking at primary education, but even early childhood education. We have seen so many people who are working as teachers in these kindergartens when they don't have qualifications. They just go to NASA University and they get papers and they come and really nurture our children. Remember, the children make our generation. What we want to have in the near future, what we want to have in 2040, it is determined by how we nurture.
That truly comes from the Pearl of Africa. Thank you very much. It is now my pleasure to welcome the Uganda Airlines Board Chairman to make his remarks. Thank you very much, the Chief Executive Officer, Uganda National Airlines, Honorable Minister, who is our Chief Guest, all protocol observed, distinguished ladies and gentlemen. It's a great honor to again address you today as we at Uganda National Airlines celebrate yet another achievement which we have all seen, the arrival of our two new Bombardier CRJ 900 aircraft. On a special note of appreciation, I would like to thank His Excellency the President. Our distinguished ministers at the Ministry of Works and Transport and the team, and of course, the Honorable Minister of Finance, Planning and Economic Development, for the financial support they have extended to us. Some of this financial support, even though we may not understand it in detail, but we are lucky to be almost the only organization of government that has been given all the money up front for the entire budget of the Uganda National Airlines. That is a demonstration of how much people have supported the airline. I would also like to appreciate our regulator, the Uganda National Civil Aviation Authority, my colleagues, the board of directors, and the managers led by the chief executive officer. Incidentally, when I talk about the managers of the airline, I am including our dear pilots who have done a tremendous job. For those of you who have not flown with us, you only need to be on the aircraft when it is taking off and when it is landing. That's when you are going to experience the expertise of young and middle-aged pilots. Your tireless efforts have already demonstrated some fruits of success of this airline. As a country, we can proudly stand up and be counted as one of the many nations in the world with a national career. An investment in a national airline is an investment in the country's infrastructure. Why we emphasize that element is that it takes a long time for an airline to make profit. But as an economist, we don't only look at profit, we also look at the wider economic benefits of the country the airline bestows on us. Earlier this year, we made waves Africa. We as the board, maybe my colleagues stand up again for recognition. I notice the one this side is called Catherine Toran Asinde. She's a senior corporate manager in Stanbic Bank. I have Rehema Mutaziwa, who is the senior human resource manager at Pride Microfinance, which is also a national bank, as you know. Right here I have engineer Steve Azikuzowa, a retired pilot, a retired maintenance engineer, flight engineer. How many hours? 19,500 hours of flying. He is a member of the board representing that category of senior people at the airline and in the air aviation industry. I have Godfrey Semogoma, the finance grew. And here is the Deputy Accountant General in the Ministry of Finance, Planning and Economic Development, and he's one of the brains behind what I've been telling you about, the financial support base for the Ministry of Finance. In absentia, of course, and with apology, we have Charles Hamia, who is former Managing Director of My Choice Uganda. We have Vernon Kajuna, who is the Director of Transport in the Ministry of Works and Transport. That is the team that we are working with to steer this airline to its more successful ventures. And this team, as I said, we are committed to seeing Uganda Airlines excel in its operations and the provision of services which fall within the expected international standards. We expect less, and we shall adhere to those standards. Our growth and success as an airline facilitate, as I said earlier, the growth and success of our country through the promotion of our tourism industry and building relationships between Uganda and other countries. We as the board commit our efforts to ensuring that our plane stay in the skies. Ladies and gentlemen, you can rest assured, knowing that Uganda Airlines is a world-class airline which will exceed customer expectations through high-quality service, global connectivity, and commitment to excellence. Those are our values. If you have not yet made your first flight with us, I implore you to try flying with us at least once. You will not stop. And I believe we will exceed your expectations. Once again, Honorable Minister, Permanent Secretary, all the staff at the Ministry of Works and Transport, we thank you for facilitating this and for coming to join in our celebration of receiving our two Bombardiers. Let me now take this opportunity, ladies and gentlemen, probably, can I, Mr. Katushavi, allow me, even if it is not what I expected, why can't you allow me to invite my PS? Just for a few minutes. My PS is the one who represented us in Canada. I can say, please, say a few words. And after that, assist me to invite the Honourable Minister to give his speech. Mr. Please.
Chairman Uganda Airlines was trying to take over my job. I said, you first go and sit and first take the PS, because you didn't seek my permission, so I want to change the order bid. I want to invite the Director General, who I want also to recognize, because the time you landed, the Honorable Minister, who is the Chief Guest, was inspecting the aircraft. As I invite the Director General, who is a professor, you know it's very rare to find in the civil service.
Find the professors, I don't know whether it is a professor or what, but he is a professor. Professor David Kakula, who I usually call Uncle, because he worked in my home area as a chief magistrate. The rest what followed I will not mention because that's between me and him. He knows what he did there. But as Professor Kakula comes to give a few remarks, Honorable Minister, I was with Professor Kakula in Montreal 2 weeks ago at the 40th session of the ICAO Assembly, and I wish to mention this. I know Professor Kakula, you are going to mention it, that following the outstanding performance in the Universal Security Audit Program and Continuous Monitoring Approach conducted by ICAO, that is the World Global Regulator, that is in 2017, Uganda was awarded an ICAO Council President Certificate in Aviation Security at Montreal, Canada on 24th of September. And that is following an excellent score of 81.8%, which was well above the global average of 73%, and also well above the African and Indian Ocean, or commonly known as AFI states, average of 58%. I want to congratulate Uganda because CAA, this audit is conducted on the state, not UCAA. So when UCAA succeeds, the state succeeds. I want to congratulate the Republic of Uganda. Honorable Minister, your colleague, Honorable Wajire, led the delegation to Montreal, and he received this certificate on behalf of the Republic of Uganda. And at an appropriate time, I'm sure he will present it to Cabinet, but also in the Parliament of the Republic of Uganda. And we shall also be there as technical staff together with UCAA to account to Ugandans about this big achievement. DG, you know, recently he changed the title from MD to DG. And you know what Director General is doing? There are very few in Uganda. You are welcome.
Thank you very much, Mr. Katushabe. Honorable Minister, the Chief Guest, the Board of Directors of Uganda Airlines, my colleague CEO of Uganda Airlines, ladies and gentlemen, to us in UCAA, this is a big milestone, a milestone achievement. We all know that establishing Uganda Airlines was not a simple matter. It was a question of debate between economists, strategists, and so on. One school of thought was saying investing in an airline now is investing in a bottomless pit. And another school of thought, to which UCAA belonged, made it very clear that the airline is not a simple business like the previous speaker said. investing in an airline is investing in infrastructure. It is like investing in the communication in the skies. You will not expect to get immediate returns. Just like, for example, now our Entebbe Expressway. Nobody can tell us that in 5-10 years we have recovered, we have made a good return on investment. But it serves so many other multiplier effects. So the same thing with Uganda Airlines. Now, some of us who are in the aviation sector, we are always traveling in official business internationally, we are saying thank you very much to the government of Uganda for removing that embarrassment from us. Wherever you go, people are discussing the national airlines. And when they say, yes, Uganda, what happened? How are you know about this with your national airline? You say, I tell you know anyway. You know, it became increasingly embarrassing. But here we are now. I don't think that there is any Ugandan who is moving his head up better than CAA in general and myself in particular. I thank God that Uganda Airlines has been reborn during my administration as DG of CAA. And I want to assure you, Uganda Airlines, that to us you are our golden baby. And we are going to give you all the assistance you wish. All we are saying, just ensure that we are on the right side of the law, and on the right side of the regulator, which is us, and we shall give you as much as you want. Even if you want to become a river twister to say you want more, we are there to give you. I thank you very much.
Director General, UCAA, for that short but informative speech. I didn't know that you wanted to put that achievement on your CV as a professor, that the Uganda Airlines revival was done during your tenure. But I'm sure also the PS will be the right person to say that, since for him, he was at the source. So I want to take this honor to invite the Permanent Secretary, Minister of Works and Transport. As I mentioned before, he has seen it all from inception up to the time we have the real product called Bombardier. So Mr. Bagia Waiso, Permanent Secretary, Minister of Works and Transport, kindly step to give your remarks and help me by protocol, because you are my boss, to invite. You will subsequently invite the Honorable Minister, who is the chief guest. Thank you.
Thank you. The Honorable Minister of State for Works, who is standing in for the Minister. Our guests, ladies and gentlemen, mine is not so long. I just want to welcome you to this function, to come and share with us the joy of receiving the new babies and the revival of the national airline. It has been a long story, it has been a long journey full of challenges, but we are finally here. It has taken some time that we revived the national airline, I think Mr. Dizala can bear me witness. We started with a feasibility study which was commissioned by the Uganda Development Corporation and carried out by Ernst & Young. Later on, the National Planning Authority came up and developed a feasibility plan which we partly used later. And then His Excellency, in his wisdom, appointed a task force to support the ministry to take forward the process. It was not simple. The problem with aviation, we have so many minds and thoughts and different ways of looking at things. So many ideas, so many experts, and it will be difficult for you to choose who is the right expert. We had arguments, people saying, let's go in for leasing. These planes, you cannot start outrightly, go leasing. Which leasing? There is the dry lease and the wet lease. That's another argument. Then others say, no, but why don't we go in for the new planes? Say, no, that is unachievable, it's very expensive. But the cabinet, under the guidance of the chair, who is none other than the president, took a decision and approved the business and implementation plan, which was developed by the task force on 22nd December 2017. And that started the process. And one of the recommendations of that plan is that we go in for brand new aircraft. And from assurance of all the technical support whom I was with in Montreal, these planes are brand new. Chief guest, they are brand new. As the pilot told you, this was their first flight and the first mileage recorded. So I'd like to thank all the players for this. I'd like to thank our captains and the first officers who have flown these planes here and our colleagues from Bombardier. Thank you very much for a job well done. Mine has been to invite the chief guest. The chief guest is none other than General Edward Katumba Amala, the Minister of State for Works, who is holding the port these days for the Minister of Works, who is not available. And today is also standing in for the Fountain of Honor as the chief guest to this function. So, sir, allow me now to invite you to deliver your speech. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. Before I start my speech, I think I'll find some good punishment for the master of ceremony, because when he heard it was General, he decided to put me directly in the sun, but in the process was also punishing other people, because they thought generals and the sunshine, they're okay, they know each other. The honorable members who are here, the PS, Uganda Airlines Chair of Board and Directors, the CEO or Director General, Uganda Civil Aviation Authority, heads of government agencies and departments, government officials present, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon. It is my honor and privilege to speak to you at yet another celebrated occasion for a newly incorporated National Uganda Airlines Company Limited. I want, before going far, to say I'm standing here on behalf of the Ministry My minister is not here. My counterpart, Honorable Wajiri, is not here. They were out on official duty. And I stand here on behalf of the Ministry of Works and Transport. One, to express our delight to be part of this flagship project and to see the steady progress we're making since the project was initiated in October 2017. As already observed, maybe some of us would also include that on the CV, that we were there, we participated in the revival of the national airline. Let me first express our gratitude to His Excellency the President of the Republic of Uganda for his vision, unflinching support and the strategic guidance to Uganda Airlines that has made these achievements possible. I also want to thank the Prime Minister and the entire Cabinet and Parliament of Uganda for agreeing with him and making the right decision on the plan for the revival of the Uganda Airlines. As we have heard from the BPS, there were a lot of debates on which way to go until a decision was made that we should go the way we have gone. In a distinguished way, I want to applaud the Honorable Minister of Finance, Planning and Economic Development and his team, who have worked tirelessly to see that all the CRJ-900 aircraft are acquired with the full payment by government of Uganda. Takuli Banja, not even a single coin is demanded. The aircrafts have been fully paid for. They're fully owned by the government of Uganda. In the same vein, I want to thank and congratulate my minister, Honorable Monica Zuba, who is also known as Madame Bombardier, for her steady leadership in ensuring that this project is achieved in a record time. She kept reminding us in top leadership that the catchword is Kisanja Hakuna Mchezo, and so we must deliver this within Kisanja Hakuna Mchezo. And so, true to self, the aircrafts are here. The last two are here. So I want to thank her very much for her steadfast leadership and her for commitment, together with the Honorable Wajiri, who is responsible for the transport sector. I commend the effort of the Permanent Secretary, Minister of Works, Mr. Gabriel Waiswa, and your team, the entire team. At this point, I want to appeal to that entire team, together with the technical team, together with the team which was selected by the President to fast-track this project, that whatever happened during the discussions, the hot words across the tables are now behind us. So we have to move on and make sure that the airline moves and moves very fast. And whatever was exchanged was in good faith and it was for getting it right. And I think we've got it right. And above all, I thank the nation at large for their keen interest and love they have shown to the airline, especially since it started flying on 20th August 2019, as we heard from the chairman board of what has been registered so far. I want to thank the pilots. These pilots, most of them are operating in very, very, high class kind of airlines with very many amenities, but they left there for the love of their country. They came back to serve their nation. Thank you very much, captains. Thank you for coming back. That is patriotism. That's what it means to be patriotic. I want to thank the Bombardier team. Thank you, Bombardier, for being good partners and delivering according to your word, because you stuck to your word and you have delivered. I I want to appeal to the Ugandans and everybody that these aircrafts, as we've heard, these are our properties, this is our infrastructure, this is our sweat, this is your taxes. Support the airline. Support the airline. Behind this airline is a committed team of the board of directors, a committed team of the technical people, a committed team of the pilots I've talked about, and they're really willing to and ready to deliver. They need your support. Let's stop being negative. I can't forget to recall what happened when the first Bombardier was delivered, the negative media, some of it on the social media, saying things which are photoshopping for the sake of smearing the airline. I think that should be behind us. We should have some nationalism, we should love our own things, we should love our own country. This morning as I was coming, I had another commentary on one of the radios that Bombardier aircrafts are only made for Africa because they're poor quality, it's only in Africa where they can serve. That's not developmental. That's not good, because that's not true. The reason why we went in for these aircrafts is because we want to start with the regional activity, reaching out in the region, and then later on we shall get the big aircrafts when we have also put our everything in order so that we can have the longer reach out. We could not have started with the longer reach out. We had to start with the regional aircrafts which can have a regional reach, and then later on we shall go out there. So let's support our airline. Let's support our things. This is our aircraft. This is our flag flying in the air. We have heard what Mr. Kaku was talking about, how they're even being ashamed to say we belong to CAA when they don't have a national airline. Now we have a national airline. So let me take this opportunity to call upon all Ugandans to support this airline. Please, go support your airline. You recall that on the 23rd April 2019, we were receiving the first two Bombardier aircraft which signaled the birth of Uganda Airlines to the public. At that time, we announced that we'd be receiving the next two airplanes at this time. And true to self, true to the promise, the aircrafts number 3 and 4 are now here to complete the regional fleet with the company's business plan. This was all according to the business plan, which was exhaustively discussed at all levels. I can't forget one day in Parliament, one member of Parliament said, but when we looked in the catalogue price of the aircraft, the price was higher than what Minister of Works is going to pay for these planes. Why should you pay a price which is lower than what is in the catalogue? Now that was interesting, because in many cases people have been saying prices are inflated of the things we buy. This time they are complaining of having a price which is lower than the catalogue price, which was very interesting. But again, because we have been focused, we remained focused, and the promise is being delivered. On behalf of my ministry and the government of Uganda, I would like to thank all of you for being here today to witness this very important mileage in our nation's development. The expectations of the people of Uganda for this airline are very high. So management, the stakes are high. People expect a lot. They expect better service. They expect better standards. They expect higher delivery and better timings and movement than has been before. They expect affordable prices on top of that. Otherwise, they may not patronize the airline. This can be seen from the extensive comments about the airline on social media and other platforms, where some people have even nicknamed themselves Bombardier, and I hope it is for good news, for good cause. However, as you all well know, And as already been said, building a new airline and running it successfully is not an easy task. It requires careful planning, dedication, high accountability and integrity at all levels. I therefore appeal to the board and management of the airline to remain committed to the task and to ensure we continue to work together to develop and implement clear strategies for success. Distinguished guests, today we have reached an important milestone on the airline's regional fleet program. As we celebrate this achievement, we also look forward to the next step in the airline's fleet acquisition plan, which is December 2020 and January 2021, when we expect to receive the two A330-800 neo aircrafts to be used on long-haul operations as already promised. This means there's still a long journey ahead of us. But I would like to appeal again to Ugandans that even if you are not going to travel on this aircraft, do something to get something out of the services. If you can't fly on it, sell a tomato on it. If you can't fly on it, at least sell the watermelon and whatever these people use in the cabin, in the feeding, so that at least now Rigamba, nange nakwakuwa kakatono on that airline. The big aircrafts which are coming are going to have a longer reach out. We are looking at markets like China. Already today, the Minister of Agriculture told us that there is a lot of demand for Uganda fish in China. A lot of demand because of the good quality of our fish. So let's all look at making use of these aircrafts. As they fly our flag, we also use them to make our economies better, and also both personal and national. So please let everybody look at something at these aircrafts, as already said, as infrastructure to help us improve both individually and as a nation. I want to thank you, Uganda Airlines, for making the ministry and the people of Uganda proud with your services so far. But as I've already said, we need to still work hard. And as you continue to overcome your startup challenges, I can confidently say that based on your operations so far, many customers in the region and worldwide are also eagerly waiting to experience the high standards and hospitality of the new national airline once again, as it's called, for them to come to the Pearl of Africa. I don't know what better present we could have presented to the country as we celebrate 57 years of independence, other than a completed fleet of the Bombardier. So let's still patronize this. I still call upon you that patronize the aircraft, patronize Uganda Airlines. Whenever you're flying to any destination, if there is a flight of Ugandan Airlines, that should be the first call for any Ugandan. Let's love our country, let's love our things, let's fly Uganda Airlines. With those remarks, allow me to read the message from His Excellency, the President. This is a message from His Excellency, the President, Yoweri Kaguta Museveni, President of the Republic of Uganda, at the occasion of receiving CRJ-900 aircrafts, number 3 and 4, for Uganda National Airlines Company Limited. Honorable Ministers, Honorable Members of Parliament, the Chairman and Board, and members of Uganda Airlines, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen. It is with great pleasure that we are gathered here to receive another 2 aircrafts from Bombardier for Uganda National Airlines Company Limited. On behalf of Government of Uganda, and on behalf, I take this opportunity to express my appreciation to the people of Uganda for supporting the establishment of the national airline. 3 years ago, the NRM government made a promise to the people of Uganda to revive Uganda Airlines in order to reduce the cost of air transport and ease connectivity to and from Uganda. I'm happy to report that this milestone has been achieved. Now that the remaining 2 Sierra J900 aircrafts have been delivered, we now only await the 2 Airbus that will be delivered in December 2020. The national airline currently makes flights to Nairobi, Mombasa, Dar es Salaam, Juba, Kilimanjaro, Mogadishu, and Bujumbura. Now that we have received 2 more aircrafts, we shall expand our network to other regional destinations. This means that it is going to be easy to connect various destinations within the region. It has been a long journey of hard work, commitment, and success. However, there is still so much more to do to support our national airline to sustain its operations. Let us continue working together to support our national airline. As you may be aware, we launched commercial operations on 20th August. It is important to note that our 4 Sierra J900 aircrafts have been successfully tested and approved to fly by Uganda Civil Aviation Authority. They comply with the International Civil Aviation Organization ICAO safety and security standards. In addition, all pilots have the necessary technical and academic requirements that meet ICAO standards. We have, in addition, developed systems and procedures that do not compromise safety and security of our clients. Uganda plays a critical role in the geopolitical and economic stability of East Africa as a region. We are strategically placed to serve our neighbors. With our national airline, our brothers and sisters in South Sudan, DRC, Kenya, Tanzania, Rwanda, Burundi, and elsewhere will be able to easily access our market and easily connect to their homes. This national carrier presents unlimited opportunities across all sectors. Its success will make a substantial contribution to the development of our country and the East African region as a whole. It is now my honor and pleasure to receive the 2 Sierra J900 in Uganda and wish Uganda Airlines board and management success. Thank you. Signed, H.A. the President. Thank you very much, everybody. Thank you for listening.
Thank you. Okay, thank you very much. I want to thank the chief guest for the speech and also delivering the speech of the Fountain of Honor. We do appreciate. May you please give it a loud applause. Thank you very much, General Katumba. And just a disclaimer on this coaching son, because you can see I've also suffered General Katumba. I think this was announced and covered to the MC, not even the chief guest. But as you know, we are civil servants. So that one I will come to your office to apologize for this slight error. We promise next time this will not happen. As we conclude, because I had asked the ushers to keep on informing me about our guests, and please my apologies, I want to recognize the representative of PS, Ministry of Foreign Affairs, and all your team from Ministry of Foreign Affairs. Kindly stand for recognition. My apologies, Anne. I thought you were actually board member, that's why I had not. Yes.
Chief guest, before we pause, I've been informed that Uganda Airlines has a souvenir for you, and I will request the chair and CEO quickly to present it to the chief guest on behalf of Uganda Airlines.
So much for watching UBC TV. We are still coming to you live from Entebbe International Airport, where there has been an event, a colorful one at that, to receive more to the last batch of the Bombardier CRJ 900, two aircraft that are being added on the two that were received earlier on in the process to revive the Uganda Airlines. The process to revive the Uganda Airlines, as the government is trying to have the airline back. 4 craft are already at Entebbe, and as we speak, one has already taken off. It's en route to Bujumbura.
Okay, we are going to sing
the airlines are already on business, and one, as we speak, has flown to Bujumbura just today as we were here, as we were receiving more new 2-1s. So we're having the anthem as we wind up with the event.
You can take your seats. Chief guests have been requested by the management of board and management of Uganda Airlines that you open up. We have something to eat and they say it is only the chief guest who can open up that. If not, none of us will go there. And I can see we are almost moving away. So Uganda Airlines clap for the MC for convincing the MC. Thank you very much. God bless you. Enjoy the snack please.
And we are still coming to you live from Entebbe International Airport, where there has been a colorful event of a reception of 2 more Bombardier CRJ 900 aircrafts that are being added on the other 2 that we received previously. We were also here when they were going to space, starting business officially. So we want to know how far, what has been achieved so far, and what more expectations do they have for us, 40 million people, Ugandans. So here is the Chief Executive Officer, and we're going to get to know more from him. Sir, a very good afternoon.
A very good afternoon to you.
Yes. You're live on UBC TV, and we would love, first of all, to congratulate you as Uganda Airlines for this mileage.
Yeah, thank you very much indeed.
Yes. So far, tell us, because for us, we saw you receiving 2 jetliners. We saw you starting business, we were with you.
Yes.
But we don't know the stories behind, even up to this mileage. So how far, what is there to be proud of?
I think the story behind has been that of hard work for the team at Uganda Airlines. We had to set up the company. If you recall, the first step was to get the AOC, which is the license which allows us to fly to other countries. We were able to do that. Then we had to set up the systems that allow us to put structures for people to book and pay for tickets, both online and at our sales offices. We had to set up offices in the other countries. We had to work with civil aviation and government to get permissions to fly to other nations as well. This is the work that has been going on. Internally, we had to recruit staff so that all the departments are mined to be able to serve you and operate as a company and as an airline.
And just a few weeks ago, you hit the air, you hit the space.
Yes.
Okay.
Indeed.
Now, what has happened? What challenges have you faced as a new airlines in terms of having restarted? What kind of challenges have you faced so far for the few weeks you have been in the air?
Yeah, well, surprisingly enough, yes, we have had challenges. Challenges like any other new company to get your name known, to be believed in the market, to be distributed properly, and for people to find you easily when they want to come and pay. Those challenges have been there. But the surprising thing is that most of the people who have flown with us have been pleasantly surprised by our service. The quality of the aircraft is good. The quality of service on board is also excellent. The food that we serve is fresh from Uganda, which has got the best food in Africa, as you know.
Let us break down the service on the airline, on board.
Yes.
When you say it's quality,
yes,
what is that? Break it down a little bit.
Yeah, first of all, if we start, the main service is obviously the offering of the cabin. So we have brand new aircraft, with aircraft configured with the best seats currently available in the market for regional aircraft. There is proper legroom within the cabin, even for economy class, and that is what surprises most of our flyers.
Okay.
Secondly, when it comes to what we serve in terms of food and drinks, obviously that is to international standards, but especially on the fruits. that we save out of Uganda. Uganda has got the best organic fruits in Africa, I think, if not in the world. And this is what we are saving to passengers, and this is what they have enjoyed.
Okay. So we have 2 more Sierra J900 jetliners already here.
Yes.
You now have 4. Are you going to add on the routes, or these other ones are also going to fly the same routes like the 2 have been?
You know, it's a mix of both. If you recall in the business plan, out of here we have almost 19-20 routes to connect Africa, not only North Africa and East Africa, but West, South, Central Africa as well. We want to make this airport a hub. And in preparation for our long-haul service, which starts in 2021. So these are the building blocks. The regional fleet is the building block, or the core of our hub strategy here. So we will increase frequencies initially to all the points that we are flying already, so that we give passengers a wider choice for the market. Then we'll progressively open routes to most of the major capitals in Africa, so that we can bring that traffic here and they can transit easily to international points out of Entebbe.
Okay. According to the information I've gathered, you are receiving 2 Airbus jetliners in December 2020.
Yes.
Isn't that too long a time to come from now? And you're going to miss on a number of business opportunities from now up to December 2020.
Not at all, because to start an airline is not like any other business. You need to be able to be properly distributed and also to develop the standards that allow you to fly internationally. So you start with your regional business and make sure that you have perfected all the processes that require for you to go longer. So for that you need higher standards. And therefore, what we are doing over the few years is to create the primary regional market, which brings people here to feed the larger planes. Okay. Without that kind of infrastructure, you'll be flying half-empty larger aircraft. That is why we needed this time to be able to prepare for that eventuality, and also to start long-haul services. You require at least that much time before you can start, from the time you make applications to fly on abroad up to the time that the permissions are in place for you to fly safely and successfully in those markets.
Okay. So you said you have these more too, you will add the networks and things like that, but in just a wider kind of scope, show us what next. You now have 4 aircraft.
Yes.
You are already existing, a big company for that. Yeah. One would say, what other plans do you have? What next? Let me put it that way. With the 4 planes now, what next? What should our expectations be of the brand Uganda Airlines?
Well, the first thing that you will see is that we will start having more frequencies, so more flights to all the destinations that you are flying. Secondly, you will see us consolidating on these services and making sure our systems are stronger and that we have visibility in the market to serve the public better. Next, obviously, we'll start opening our offices in other countries worldwide, to enable us open those routes and also give access for the traffic out of here to reach other points. So those are the steps that we will take to build Uganda Airlines, which this country can be proud of.
Okay. What is your expectation of us, apart from us coming and be your customers? By the way, let us talk about the costs before we wind up. How cheap or expensive are you, Uganda Airlines, in comparison with other people that are in the same business here?
I think you have seen the promotional fares we have put in the market since we started flying 4 weeks ago. We have received overwhelming support from the market because of our competitive pricing, but more importantly because of the high quality of service that we are offering with these brand new aircraft, and also with the quality of our people and our culture within the company that we are developing.
Okay. So what do you expect of us? What kind of support is that? Please, everyone who took the podium here was saying, Ugandans support this airline. Ugandans support this airline. Besides me coming and at least take a service, what else is your expectation of us? Let us all understand you.
Yeah, the first thing is that this is your airline. It is not anybody else's airline. It belongs to the people of Uganda. So it is right that they take care of their own. They talk about it and promote it to others so that others can have a very good impression of the products that come out of Uganda. Secondly, we require obviously local suppliers to come up with standards so that those suppliers with products from here, we not only showcase them internationally, but they also improve the quality and partner with us as we grow. So this growth is symbiotic between the people of Uganda and the airline. Thirdly, obviously, Ugandans are traveling all over the world. So this should be the airline of choice, especially when it is their own and also it's offering a superior product to the competition.
Thank you so much, sir. Your name once again?
Ekonwe Mleya.
Ekonwe Mleya.
Yes.
Okay, we thank you so much, sir, for whatever we have shared, and we wish you all the best.
Thank you so much.
Yes, we thank you so much for watching UBC TV. We are now coming towards the end of the event where the Uganda Airlines have received what they have termed as their new 2 babies, and those are the 2 aircrafts, the CRJ 900. That is the last batch. The first batch had 2 planes, and the second one has also had 2 planes. So they are now good to go in as far as the region of business is concerned. Just as you can see in my background, these are the planes that they received this afternoon here at Entebbe International Airport, and it is a remarkable milestone in as far as reviving the airline is concerned. So according to the CEO, they expect all of us not only to be part of their clientele, but as well talk about this airline wherever we go and do things that really uphold the airline and things like that. General Edward Katumba Wamala has emphasized, let us be part of the airlines. Talk about it, love